God, I hope the game doesn't do too much of this. It's like, oh, okay, have like a really cool, like, high skill cap game with a ton of different moves that you have to link together and stuff. That's really awesome. Give me like a collectathon style game with tons of stuff to explore and secrets to uncover. That's really awesome. Give me like a puzzle platformer. That's pretty cool. I like puzzle platformers. Give me like labyrinthine levels with mazes to explore. I like that. Those games can be good. Don't give me all of that shit packed into one game. It's just too much. I don't know if I can handle, like, if the game finds something else to layer on top of this. I don't know if I can handle that much different shit going on at once. Rabby is on my wish list. I think it looks very promising. In fact, I'd say that one's high up on my wish list. I'll definitely give that one a spin once it gets on like a really good sale, like probably about $5 or so. Fuck. Momentum killed me there. That was my fault. Nothing to do with hitboxes. I mean, I don't know. I guess I don't know. I'd be impressed if a game could mix together all of those different aspects that I listed and do it successfully. I'd say I'm still enjoying this game, but yeah. Hitboxes that time. This is starting to aggravate me. I was having such a good time. Now it's like... Okay, so I gotta be like really careful here. Yeah, got the gems already. And we're out! Oh, thank goodness. Oh, and we got a checkpoint. Hallelujah. This is still early in the game, too. We're on like, what? Oh. That looks like a platform to me. I guess it was. It's a platform in another dimension, but still. Well, at least, you know, I was talking about all the pitfalls and perils that, you know, different types of 2D platformers can fall into. That was actually just me not reacting in time. I totally saw that. Was not on the same plane, but I just didn't react in time. And yeah, this game is kind of very helpfully demonstrating a lot of those pitfalls at various points. Not too much that I like... I don't know. We'll see where it goes from here. The problem is that the game's kind of headed in a trajectory where I'm kind of worried for it. I was really enjoying myself in the early levels. Seems like it's ramping things up, and I don't really like where it's ramping things to. Okay, I saw that. See that. Again, it looks like I should have got hit there, but it looks like I shouldn't have got hit there. What the fuck? Oh, please give me a checkpoint. What the hell? That was a weird hitbox thing again. Okay. Almost didn't see those. Now the cat... Ah. It's tough to see stuff. Those spikes are too thin. Or I don't know. I'm not dying too much, actually. So it's like, even though it's like kind of... It's like, you know, I'm complaining about, oh, hardly saw that thing. That was a bit tough to make out. I'm still like just barely kind of making this stuff out. Enough that I can react to it. On the one hand, a lot of these problems would be solved if they turned this into just like a straight 2D sprite-based game. It would probably be a lot better. I think the whole, like, transitioning between the two different worlds, though, would be like a million times more difficult to implement in like a 2D sprite-based game, to the point where it'd be basically impossible to have these seamless transitions. Just because, you know, you'd have to individually draw all of that stuff as opposed to just... Or I guess you wouldn't have to necessarily. You could apply like some kind of transition, like, algorithm in order to make it work, but like it would look less natural. It wouldn't be as clean as it is in this game, or as it is the way they did it here. Ooh. See, this is fun right here. It's like very simple. It's like I can see exactly what's going on. I got big ass like blocks of spikes coming at me, and it's just very obvious what's going on. It's a very obvious, clear concept. Neat challenge, fast-paced. This is a good part of this level. And it's like all these different aspects of like good and bad, completely different just elements of platform game design all crammed into one level. And it's just kind of jarring. I needed to shift to... Like, that's another small problem I have with the concept of those. Like, it's very obvious to tell when a platform... Yeah, kind of the same thing there. Sometimes it's like, okay, it's obvious to tell when there are spikes there. It's like, okay, green glowing spikes, that means shift to the other world in order to clear those away. You know, there's a faded platform here. Shift into the other world to make those appear. It's really difficult to see... Like, you know, if there's a platform there, it's hard to tell, oh, that's a platform that'll go away in the other world. If you see, like, no spikes, it's hard to tell, oh, that's a place where spikes will show up if I go into the other world. Yeah, this game has one-hit deaths, but what the balls? Oh, I didn't even notice what was going on there. Okay, so when I switch characters... Yeah, okay, so, oh god, spike right up the ass. Oh, I almost feel bad for these poor little owls. And/or demon gargoyle things. This game is one-hit kills, but there's a power-up, barrier power-up that gives you an extra hit. Shadow Dancer is a good one. I liked... Or did I play Shadow Dancer? Shadow Dancer was the original Shinobi, right? Or was it... Yeah, I remember there was what? There was Revenge of Shinobi, which was Shinobi 2. I forget the third one, what the third one was called. Was it just Shinobi 3? And then Shadow Dancer was the first Shinobi game, right? I played that and enjoyed it a lot. Although it pales in comparison to Revenge of Shinobi, though. Like, Revenge of Shinobi was definitely the best game in that series, so that's the one that I replay more than any of the others. Though for that reason, with that being said, it might be time for a Shadow Dancer or Shinobi 2, or Shinobi 3, that is, replay. I'm gonna have to look that up then. I'm not sure that I've played Shadow Dancer. That's a 2D platformer on Genesis, right? Oh, whoa! Oh god, okay, barely survived that. That was exciting for a moment. Ooh. Oh, I wasn't sure that the platformer was gonna switch over in time there. Why is there not a rail here? Like, I should really be able to tell that, like, the platform is gonna go off to the side there, and that they're not expecting me to, like, float over. Like, it might feel like I'm nitpicking in this game, but I feel like there are enough nitpicks that they kind of add up to some serious problems overall. Or I don't know. On the one hand, the game kind of has a lot going... Like, a lot more positive things going for it than, like, even Shantae did, frankly. Oh my god. That's tough. Like the basic controls, I love the basic control scheme and stuff. The level designs are a bit tighter than in Shantae. It's just there's enough bad parts, like a bit, like stuff, you know, like in the level design. Like the bad parts of the level design and the bad parts of the, you know, collision detection and difficult to tell hitboxes and stuff that make this, just like bring the game down enough that it kind of below the level of like the Shantae game that I just played, I feel. It's a shame, though. Like, this game had really good potential. It still has good potential. Oh, I actually got a checkpoint there. Doabva 3? I do not know what Doabva 3 is. Anyways, I actually... my monitor actually turned off on me, so I'm just switching over my settings so that it'll never shut off. Okay, there. Doabva 3. DOA, Dead or Alive, but it's not Dead or Alive. DOA. I almost don't want you to tell me, but I'm probably never going to figure it out otherwise, so yeah, please. I don't think I'm ever going to figure out what game you're talking about. Bleh. Oh, Dragon Origins? No. ABV. Oh, it is Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball. Like, there was all that bullshit with... Or, it's not bullshit. There's an argument to be made, a reasonably strong case to be made, I think, based on, you know, stuff that the... What was it? It wasn't even an executive or anything. It was, like, what, some random, like, PR dude on Twitter talking about how it's like, yeah, it's because of the climate in the West or whatever. Based on, like, stuff that people saying, you know, just people focusing on sexism and shit. So it's like, I feel... Like, and there's people still talking on both sides, how like, oh, that's just bullshit, some guy doesn't know what, some random PR dude doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. There's all kinds of good reasons not to release that game based on the performance of the previous ones, and Westerners being less interested in that kind of game. And I can see where they're coming from. That seems like a good argument. On the other hand, I can see where both sides are coming from. Personally, I don't give a shit, just because it's not the kind of game I'm interested in. Like, don't get me wrong, like I said, you know, video game titties, totally up my alley. Sports games... Not at all. Not even remotely. Even with the, you know, big animated titties. Just sports games is enough to turn me off from that. But, I don't know. Personally, like, I'd like it if every game were released in every region. Personally. Like, there's like, no good reason. There's, like, no good... Like, in theory, there's no good reason for, like, every game not to be released in every single region, everywhere. Except for practical reasons, like the fact that, you know, there's, like, localization and stuff. But, like, to cite, like, cultural differences or whatever, that's just, like, nonsense. Just, if people are interested in the game, in this culture, or if people tend not to like this type of game and this kind of culture, it's like, whatever, some people will like it. Those people who don't like it don't have to play it. Fuck them. Just release it, and the people who like it will play it, and the people who don't, won't. And that's fine. Okay. So you're just gonna... Oh, I see, there's a thing down below there. I didn't even notice. It's like, in theory, no big loss, because it's not the kind of game I don't like. But, I don't know. I can see where both sides are coming from. Personally, I'm kind of more on the side that I think that there's too much... Oh, there's too many... You know, sexism in video games, blah blah blah, and I kind of dislike, like, people are entitled to that opinion, and if that's the way they feel, then that's fine. The main thing is I'd say that I dislike the way that I think that developers, and particularly Japanese developers these days, it seems, are overreacting to those kinds of people who say that kind of stuff in the West, to the point where they're kind of ruining it for the rest of us, which really sucks to a degree. Or if not for me personally, then for a lot of other people. So it's like I kind of fall more on the other side. It's like, this is not lining up at all. Like, I think I want to... Okay, there we go. Yeah, stick it to him in the mouth. This is the first boss. This is the end of the first world, I think. Oh, dear. Yeah, this is the end of the boss of the first... Yeah, first world. I think this is 1-6 right here. Oh, what's he doing now? Oh, and you know what? It's keeping up, like, the whole dark light aesthetic here. Where it's like, yeah, the one dude, the one head of the worm, he's, like, all, like, you know, light-colored. And he's got, like, the silly little beanie on his head. Then the other one... Ooh, momentum is tough to control there. Ooh, missed it a bit there. Actually, the other one's got, like, a bow on its head, too, so I don't know. They're both kind of sailor-looking. Although, I don't know, it's got, like, I don't know, like, all kind of pustules. And... Okay, that backfired. Yep, did not make the best decision there. Oh, apparently I got him, though. God, this is tough. This is really tough. Did that get him? That didn't get him. Fuck. Oh, that got him, though. Awesome. I hit him as well. Why? Again, I'm using the fireball. The fireball was so cool, because it's like Sonic the Hedgehog, like I said, and I really love Sonic I love to be Sonic the Hedgehog, but, yeah, what I really need to be is Lilac for some of these attacks. Like, yeah, right there, you want to be Lilac for that one. Was I done blabbing about... Yeah, censorship in video games? Frankly, I just don't like to talk about that kind of stuff. it's too contentious. It's not worth the hassle, and it's not like my opinion really counts for anything anyways. And frankly, like, it's all turning out in the end anyways. Like, they're releasing the game, like, you can get the game through imports because of all the... So as long as like people who, you know, like to see these kinds of games kick up enough fuss, like, they'll see them. Like, developers are responsive these days to community feedback on both sides, so as long as people are vocal about the stuff that they like and let developers know that, hey, we want to see this, in general, developers will, yeah, let them see it. So yeah, the Dead or Alive thing actually had a good outcome in the end. Because yeah, you can just import it without like full English and everything, and that's great. I wish more games did that. I wish like I said, I wish every game did that. Just release every game everywhere. That's my last word on the subject. All games for all people. It's like, sexist games for some. And I don't know, miniature twine adventure games for others, and then everybody cheers, and we vote Kodos into power, and it's just a grand time for everyone involved. Oh God, I got no stars for deaths there. 20 was the. I'm trying to think of games that did like the censorship on violence. It's almost always sexuality these days. I guess there was that Hatred game that got uncensored in the end anyways. Crystal Canyon. Oh my god, my frame rate just tanked all of a sudden. Or you know what? I've been streaming for 8 hours straight. Have I? Oh yeah, MK. Yeah, I guess if you go like way back in the day, yeah, violence was the main thing. It was like, yeah, Doom, Mortal Kombat. I'm just checking my uptime here. I might actually have to just like pause the recording here. Pause the stream to, yeah, I don't know if I want to actually, we got a 7-hour, I was going to upload the archive, like upload these to YouTube too. 7-hour video is going to be a pain in the ass to work with, so, actually, you know what, I can just do that anyways. I don't even have to stop the stream. We can just stop, 2 different controls for that, so that's convenient. I can stop recording,